大家好，欢迎来到 PTE 网络微讲堂，我是 Carol。我们今天呢就接着上一节课的内容，继续来讲到我们 retail lecture 这个题型。那以下呢是我的一些个人信息，那么话不多说，我们开始进入正题。我们接着上一节课的内容，在看完上一节课我给大家做的一些记笔记的示范之后，包括我用到一些对关键词的缩写，大家应该大概知道我们如何来记笔记了。那么我们再来听一次这篇文章，大家再试着来做一次笔记。
2.
I suppose more and more people are starting to see graffiti as a form of art. Now, there are still many who would beg to differ, and they'd point to the destructive scribblings that we see on our bus shelters and our public buildings. These often take the form of tags, which are fancy scribble-like versions of someone's name or nickname. Tags generally have no aesthetic appeal, and they are the scourge of the high street shopkeeper in many a town. I can certainly see where the shopkeepers and property owners are coming from. But the fact is, graffiti has been around for a very long time indeed. People left their mark on cave walls back in prehistoric times, and it's been found too on ancient monuments in Egypt and Rome. But New York-style graffiti, which is really the forerunner of a lot of the graffiti that's getting done now, New York graffiti took off in the late 1960s. That's when the advent of the spray can allowed the humble tag to evolve into more complex styles. In the mid to late 70s, subway trains became the new forum for graffiti artists to display their skills. For many young people, it became a medium to express their disillusionment with a system from which they felt excluded. Now, of course, the art establishment embraces graffiti artists, and some of these artists have actually taken on cult status.
很好，那么现在呢，就给大家看一下这段录音的文本了。高亮的部分就是这篇文章的一些关键信息了，当然也是不要求大家全部能记下来。想拿高分或者是满分的同学，像这样的重点的话，需要抓住6个以上。例如3个关键信息、3个关键数字、3个关键国家或者是年份这样的组合。录音也应该需要流利的说满35秒钟左右的时间。那么如果追求不是特别高的同学，只需要记住4个左右也是 OK 的。但是需要保证的依旧是正式录音40秒，要流利的说满至少25秒钟以上的时间。那么大家可以试着再自己去练习一下，然后再来听一下示范。The lecture is about graffiti and how some people don't see it as an art, and some people hate it, but it has been around for a very long time. There are examples of graffiti from ancient Egypt and Rome. Modern graffiti really began in New York after the invention of the pen spray can, and a lot of young people see it as an expression of how they feel. These days, graffiti is accepted as an important art form. 好了，那么在详细解读完这一道题之后呢，我们今天将会来进行4道题的练习，其中包括了2道类真题、1道真题。这道真题的录音文本的还原度也高达了90%，还有1道为大家准备的比较高难度一点的题。每一道题呢，都希望大家在听的时候做笔记，做完给自己10秒钟的准备时间，然后试着来先说一次，再来听解读以及示范。那首先呢，我们先来听一下第1道题。这一道题呢，相对来说比较简单，大家依旧可以模拟真实考试的时候来对自己进行一个检测。
Everyone is interested in improving their diet. Adding grains is one of the easiest ways. Many people in the United States have a growing concern about nutrition, so grains are often served in restaurants. And many grains are now available in grocery stores too. Though for some, you still have to go to health food stores. You can stock up when you go, though, because uncooked grains keep a long time. You'll find that grains are easy to prepare. Many grains are as simple to cook as spaghetti. Barley, for instance, is just cooked in salted water. Remember, though, whole grain barley, the most nutritious kind, never will get as tender as spaghetti, no matter how long it's cooked. Grain-based salads are easy, too. Just use grains left over from a hot meal. You can even put together a grain salad hours before you need it, since grains don't wilt like lettuce does. But to get back to health factors, all grains are nutritious and many have special benefits. Barley has very little fat. Some experts believe that it may even reduce cholesterol levels. Jasmine rice is also low in fat, and it has a bonus in its wonderful aroma, a very special fragrance.
那不知道大家自我练习的情况如何呢？现在呢，我们来解读一下这道题。大家现在看到的就是这段录音的文本。首先开头依旧是我们的关键信息 ，Eating grains can improve people's diet。接下来就讲到哪些地方可以 find grains， 包括 restaurant、grocery store 以及 health food stores， 这是3个关键点。接下来2个关键点呢，讲到 grains 的2种做法，一种是 spaghetti， 一种是 salad。最后主要讲到了它的营养价值以及一些好处。大家可以看一下高亮的部分，再看一下自己记笔记的时候记下哪些，说到哪些，是否完整，是否流利，然后再来听一下示范。很好，那么现在呢，我来简单的示范一下。The lecturer believes that eating grains is one of the easiest way to improve people's diet. Due to the growing concern about nutrition, grains are now available in restaurants, grocery stores, and health food stores in the United States. Furthermore, grains are simple to cook, such as spaghetti and green salad. In conclusion, grains are nutritious, beneficial, and can reduce cholesterol levels. According to this lecture, I think eating grains is really helpful to us. 那在听完示范之后呢，大家可以再来回放一次这道题目，再来进行反复的练习。好了，那我们再来听一下稍微难一点的这个类似的真题，还是依照上一道题的模式，把每个题都当作是真题，真实模拟的考试，先进行练习，然后再来看解读以及示范。
If you like the colorful animals we just saw, you're going to love these next animals. Frogs. You might not normally think of frogs as being colorful, but these frogs definitely are. They are the dart poison frogs of Central and South America. Look at their striking colors, often yellow with black stripes or deep blue with black spots. Beyond being nice to look at, these markings have a purpose. They warn predators that these frogs are poisonous. When threatened, these frogs secrete a substance through their skin that would easily kill whatever animal might try to eat them. Their bright colors communicate this, and so most animals tend not to hunt them. Now, speaking of hunting, for centuries these frogs were sought after by hunters. As you might think, the hunters didn't want to eat the frogs, but rather they captured them for their poison. They would add the poison to the tips of their hunting arrows. Of course, nowadays, most hunters use guns. These days, dart poison frogs are of less interest to hunters than to medical researchers. Researchers believe that they can make new heart medicine from the poison because it acts as a stimulant on the body's nervous system. Researchers think they could use it to stimulate a weak heart. There is, however, a problem with doing research on these frogs. Those that are caught in the wild will produce their poison until they die. However, those that are born in captivity, like the ones you see here, will not produce any poison at all.
那不知道大家对这道题的练习进行怎么样了呢？我们还是依旧先来解读一下这道题。那大家可以先看一下文本。首先呢，这篇文章的核心关键词是 dart poison frogs。如果说没有抓住前面，只抓住了青蛙也是 OK 的。讲的青蛙的生活的地方，也就是 Central and South America。我上节课所提到的地名、国家名，不知道大家有没有记下来呢？接下来再来看到关键点，就是 colorful markings have a purpose。说到的是这些青蛙是彩色的，并且它们的色彩是有一定作用的。然后呢，讲到具体的作用是 warn predators， 也就是威慑掠食者，喷出毒液来杀死敌人。再接着说下去，文章主要就是讲了2类人捕捉这种青蛙，一类是猎人，目的是得到青蛙毒液涂在箭上来捕猎，而另一类是医学研究者，他们希望用这种毒液来研制出治疗心脏病的药物。最后讲到的是家养和野生青蛙有毒和没有毒的对比。那不知道同学们有抓住几点呢？还是觉得困难的同学可以再回放一次录音，再来进行一次练习。很好，那么现在呢，我依旧还是为大家做一个示范。 The speaker talks about dart poison frogs in Central and South America which are colorful. The purpose of markings on the frogs is to warn predators, and these frogs secrete poisonous substance to protect themselves. Hunters capture these frogs for the poison, and researchers believe that the poison can be used to make new heart medicine. However, once the wild frogs are captured, they produce poison until death. If these frogs are born in captivity, they will not produce poison at all. This may imply that it's hard for people to get the poison from those frogs. 好了，那么在讲完2道类真题之后呢，大家一定对这个题型也有比较详细的了解了。那我们现在就来试一下考试中的一道真题，也是反复在大家考试中出现的一道高频真题。那么建议大家在我每次讲到有真题，无论是哪个题型的真题的时候呢，都多花一点时间，要把真题准备到最好，因为这些真题很有可能就会在你考试的时候出现。所以这道题我待会儿也会给出一个示范以及一个文本的答案，方便同学们在课后多进行练习。当然，大家也不能抱着进去一定会考到我课上讲的真题的心态去参加考试，更多的是把这些真题作为一个练习的机会，因为这些毕竟也只是我们真经预测班里面众多真题的一道。那么首先还是先来听一下录音，然后试着自己先做一下练习。
Cities are interesting places. Some cities are carefully planned, built for a reason, and reflect the needs of the people as it grows. Others are less conscientiously designed. Paris, for example, was originally founded in the 3rd century as a small village, and with every passing generation it grew in size and importance. It grew from a medieval city to a modern city, but the transition was not always smooth. Emperor Napoleon III had to hire someone to oversee the rebuilding of Paris. The man he chose was Georges Eugene Haussmann. In 1853, Haussmann began the process of renovating France's capital city. His basic instructions were to bring light and air into the central districts, improve the sanitation and living areas, and make Paris a more modern, beautiful city. Not your average weekend renovation. Haussmann's projects included the destruction of the old medieval neighborhoods, widening of streets, building large parks and public squares, and addition of fountains and sewer lines. To add to all of this, the size of Paris had to be increased, doubled actually, and Napoleon III issued official decrees annexing nearby suburbs to make them part of the city. One of the main priorities of this massive renovation was to connect all of the districts together. If we think of Paris like a house, each district was its own room, existing essentially independently of the other districts. Napoleon III wanted it to be easier to travel between the most important districts, and to create a sense of this being one unified city, not a series of independent neighborhoods.
好了，我们现在呢来看一下文本，高亮出来的部分呢就是一些重点。需要注意的是，这段录音呢只是有一个90%高度还原我们这一道真题，所以内容上呢与真题还是有一定的出入。但是大家必须要知道的是，这篇文章核心的关键是在讲 renovation of Paris， 也就是巴黎的革新，以及2个人名，大家也要提前知道一下，就是 Napoleon III 以及 Haussmann。那现在大家看到的就是真实考试中这篇文章的一个标准答案了。内容上呢和我刚才放的那段话肯定是有一些不同的，但希望大家呢来根据这个文本来进行一个对应的练习。那么我还是为大家来做一个简单的示范。This lecture mainly talks about the renovation of Paris in 1890s. The renovation was a vast public program commissioned by Napoleon III and directed by Haussmann. Napoleon III instructed Haussmann to bring air and light to the center of Paris and to drain the sewage. And he also asked Haussmann to plant more trees, build roads, and to make the city safer. The reason for doing this was that the old Paris had many serious problems such as overcrowding, disease, and crimes. 那么现在呢，我们来听一下今天的最后一道题，也是我为大家专门准备的比较高难度的一道题。需要知道的是，我们 PTE 考试中，很多时候录音都不会是绝对安静的，有可能是在一个教室里的录音，有可能是几个人对话录音，都是比较真实的、比较嘈杂的。所以大家一定要事先做好这样的准备去参加考试，因为考试的时候有可能会遇到这样的录音。那下面这道题呢，就是这样的一个情况。我把这道题留给大家作为一个课后练习的机会。那么我们首先来听下录音。
We're going to go on a dive to the deep sea, and anyone that's had that lovely opportunity knows that for about 2.5 hours on the way down, it's a perfectly positively pitch black world. And we used to see the most mysterious animals out the window that you couldn't describe, these blinking lights, a world of bioluminescence like fireflies. Dr. Edith Witter, she's now at the Ocean Research and Conservation Association, was able to come up with a camera that could capture some of these incredible animals, and that's what you're seeing here on the screen. That's all bioluminescence, like I said, just like fireflies. There's a flying turkey under turkey. I'm a geologist by training, but I love that. And you see, some of the bioluminescence they use to avoid being eaten, some they use to attract prey, but all of it, from an artistic point of view, is just positively amazing. And a lot of what goes on inside, there's a fish with glowing eyes, pulsating eyes. Some of the colors are designed to hypnotize. These lovely patterns. And then this last one of my favorites, this pinwheel design, just absolutely amazing, every single dive. That's the unknown world, and today we've only explored about 3% of what's out there in the ocean. Already we found the world's highest mountains, world's deepest valleys, underwater lakes, underwater waterfalls. A lot of that we shared with you from the stage, and in a place where we thought no life at all, we find more life, we think, in diversity and density than the tropical rainforest, which tells us that we don't know much about this planet at all. There's still 97%, and either that 97% is empty or just full of surprises. But I want to jump up to shallow water now and look at some creatures that are positively amazing.
那还是给到大家这样一个文本，大家可以在之后呢再反复再次播放录音，然后根据文本来进行一个细致的练习。在这里呢我也就不多讲了，但是希望在上完这节课之后呢，大家在课后自己复习的时候，每一个都要自己练习，都要脱离开这样的文本了，需要的就是听录音做笔记，准备10秒钟就开始说，因为真实考试中是不会给到大家这样的文本和这么长的练习时间的。那么今天呢，我们对口语部分的所有讲解也就到这里结束了。希望大家在课后对每一类题型都有一个针对性的复习，针对自己比较薄弱的环节多加练习。一定反复强调的是，我们口语部分对其他部分的分数会有很大的影响。可以说，口语部分在 PTE 考试中算是非常重要的一个部分。很多同学在把口语分数提高的情况下，其他部分的分数也相应的有所提高。所以大家一定要肯花时间来进行练习。最后需要讲到的是，在口语部分，流利度依旧是首要的关键，是大家最需要保证分数的部分。我之前所做的每一个示范都是几乎没有不必要的停顿以及卡壳的，大家呢也需要按照这样的要求来要求自己，在保证流利度的情况下，大家需要做的就是提升自己的发音以及内容。相信通过这样的练习，大家一定能在口语部分取得更加理想的成绩。好了，我们今天的网络微讲堂就到这里结束了。更多详情，请大家咨询海外东方的 Kevin 王老师，这里是他的一些个人信息。感谢大家的观看，我们下次再见。